If you've been out to the beach lately, you may have noticed the waves look different. The brownish water is the product of a red tide that has become common this time of year, though it looks a little worse to some this time around.
CBS 8's Abby Black joins us live from Pacific Beach to share the science behind the red tide. Abby?
Marcella and Carlo, we are just a few yards away from Crystal Pier in Pacific Beach, and we've seen several people stop and say, ooh, why is the water so brown? It's like this rust color. It's not dirty, although it does look like it. Scientists say it's a red tide, but not the one that you think of when we see those spectacular bioluminescent shows.
What is churning in the water along the shores in Pacific Beach?
It's foul. It just looks foul.
Oh, maybe more sand in the waves.
It's just a little funky smelling.
John Giadowski says that he can't see his board when he's surfing.
Like chocolate milk, kind of, you know, little Nestle's Quick.
We couldn't see it from the Scripps Pier, but the red tide was dramatic in PB. Clarissa Anderson is the director of the Southern California Coastal Ocean Observing System at Scripps Institute of Oceanography. She says the red tide wasn't as common into the spring and summer until 2019.
A red tide just really means there's a lot of plankton in the water, and it's causing our eyes to see this reddish color.
One thing that is off with this week's red tide is that there's not the bioluminescent light show that people often associate with the red tide.
Like when it's like this at night, you get that bioluminescence, but at this point, it's already dying off, and it's not even glowing at night.
Anderson says robotic microscopes that are capturing images of plankton throughout the day at the Scripps Pier are not detecting the organism that creates bioluminescence in a red tide.
But it's really one organism who's incredibly good at creating bioluminescence, and it is one of the many that can form a red tide.
The red tide may also be impacting sharks.
So that's absolutely within the realm of possibility.
Anderson agrees with the Cal State Long Beach Shark Lab. They told CBS 8 that since there was a prominent red tide in Del Mar, the shark that bit a swimmer last week in that area may have been caught in the dense plankton.
If you're a shark and you're underneath that and you're hunting, it may very well be that your vision is obscured. We know they don't have great vision as it is, and that your vision is obscured as you're coming up through the water column to hunt prey, that you could mistake your prey and accidentally bite a human.
Scientists say that the red tide is starting to dissipate, but you'll still see patches of it here from San Diego County up into Orange County. Carlo?
Abby, it doesn't look good, doesn't smell good, but is the red tide, can it be harmful or toxic to people going out into the water?
Carlo, you know, while it looks dirty and doesn't look clean, scientists say that it is safe to get in for humans, that it will not cause any problems for them. But they do warn that if you have asthma or if you've had a reaction to algae, that you should avoid getting in the water. But for most people, you can get in.
All right, good to know. Although with that weather out there, who wants to jump in the water? Abby Black reporting for us. Thanks, Abby.